Mesurables. Finally back. And I have a guest with me. But before I get to him, the Mesurables, shot by CaliiVision, Instagram, at the Mesurables. Full episodes available on YouTube. Now I'm joined by a co-host. Many of you may remember him as Joe the Policeman from the What's Going Down episode of That's My Mama. From Inglewood and Ladera Heights.
And Jackson Heights.
Very own Darius Jones. How are you, brother?
AKA Randy Watson.
Yeah. Brother.
My man.
How are you, sir?
Man, I'm good, man. No complaints, man. How you?
I'm good. Now, hold on. Because a lot of people need to know this.
Yeah, we got to tell the backstory.
But Darius and I have known each other for a better part of about 21, 22 years now.
Longer than that.
Yeah,
we've been saying we've known each other 20 years for about 15 years. So.
Exactly. so I say we're close to like 30 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Prior to podcasts becoming all the rage, because everybody has a podcast now, right?
Right.
We had one called GM from the couch, though. And GM, not as in good morning, GM as in general manager, but not from a desk in El Segundo with 17 championships behind us. No. We're doing it from the couch, though.
From the couch. Yeah, we did.
And, life.
Life started lifing.
You know what I'm saying? You had some children. I had some children. Got married. We both got married.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Both, moved on and did other things. But what was interesting about, me reaching out to you is because everything in life has, a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Right.
So the person that I was doing the podcast with before, he and I had business dealings.
Right.
And those business dealings have, come and gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to have conversations with anyone, it needs to be somebody that, that knows me, understands my frequency, and I understand his.
Yes, sir.
And we also have a mutual respect for one another. And there's no one else I thought of other than you.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you for being here, brother.
Man, thank you for having me. I'm just glad that this whole thing came full circle, because we've been talking about doing this and we had the gym from the couch, and it just like you said, lifestyle life, and it just came full circle. And timing is everything in life, man. And now is the right time. So before we get into all the stuff we got to talk about, all right.
How is your mental, brother? How are you?
Man, I'm in a really good space right now.
I heard that.
I'm a great space, man. And things are going great. Just family's good. Everything else is good in life.
Mm-hmm.
God is good. God's continuously blessing me every day. I thank Him every morning for waking me up, and I just get to going. I just get to go to work and do what I do. But hey, I am extremely blessed.
Yeah. So before we get into our deep into our conversation, it's very important that you all who watch me and DM me and all that understand why he was chosen. So prior to this dude having a incredible career in the music sector, this brother is a graduate of Jackson State. But prior to that, he was a graduate from Westchester High School. And anybody who understands Westchester High School knows that they had some cold ones.
LA culture, high school LA culture, you have to know Westchester.
I mean, incredible ones.
Incredible, beautiful women.
But I come from a fashion background, right?
Right.
So it's important for me to understand, because when I met you through Duran and Edward,
mm-hmm.
and you all were all part of the Gents. Right?
I wasn't. I was from Double H.
Oh, you was from Double A. Okay.
Yeah, they was. Well, no. Duran wasn't. I was from Double H. No, Duran. Okay. No. They was and Ed was from Double H too.
Is that right?
Yeah, but we was all Gents. Was that was the two major cliques in Westchester High School was Gents and Double H. So Gents was all about wearing preppy clothes and all that.
No. I'm about to get to that.
Okay. All right.
Cool. So this is my question.
Okay.
Because I feel that this generation of high schoolers is the most lazily dressed generation ever.
I agree.
I mean, pajama pants.
Amongst other things.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that too. But, they got them ugly-ass Crocs on.
Right.
Pajama pants.
Yeah.
And I mean, bro, whatever your vibe is just your vibe.
Right.
But my question to you specifically was, it was something about kids at select schools
mm-hmm.
that had a decorum.
Oh, absolutely.
So can you explain to me what was it about Westchester and schools of that? Because even Crenshaw had dudes that was cold.
Yeah.
Hamilton, Uni,
Hamilton for sure.
Like
Fairfax. Yeah.
But what was it that you all were on where y'all was like, it's never gonna be a day where these fools are gonna catch me slipping on my gear? What was that about?
You know what? It was a competition thing where it's like everyone we always tried to outdo what your homies had on. It's like even everywhere Polo, Nautica, Fossil Knob, Tommy Hilfiger, and stuff like that. And everybody was just trying to outdo how to have the hottest fit or had a better fit than the homies.
Right.
So it was a friendly competition amongst friends.
So I never knew what a braided belt was. Timberland deck shoes. A whoop.
Polo deck shoes. A whoop.
Bro, I never knew what a whoop was. I didn't know what a whoop was until I met you.
Yeah.
Because keep my eye, like I always say, my father was like, you're not getting no curl, you're not getting no S curl. As soon as they divorced, I went to my buddy's house in LA and got a whoop. I went and got whooped up. I got some less jam and I was on them. I was out here on them with that whoop. But like, so you all had the competition, but like, did you all have jobs? How did you all afford these goods? Because Fossil wasn't cheap.
Man, I mean, all I can say is, shout out Beverly Wells, my mama, for for the Nordstrom card, hey, she always looked out, and she always made sure that we was clean and we was fresh.
So, was it a concerted effort among the? So you said it was Double H and it was Gents.
Yeah.
Was it like within the cliques where you all like, we gonna murder the other side on the gear tip, or was it just like, was it intramural where it was like, oh, you think you cold? Wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, it was more of that, or a little bit of both. Gents the foundation of that was based on gear and dressing preppy or whatnot, and they were kind of a hybrid of Double H was kind of a hybrid of Gents. Where it's like right? It was some gangster brothers from Double H.
Hey man,
they got down. And then you have your brothers like myself and other guys. It was about how you dress,
the presentation.
Yeah, you wanted to have them them fresh polo boots on, fresh Fossil Knob,
boots.
Fresh Jabos.
Did he say Jabot, y'all?
Polo rugbies. I mean, these shirts was like polo rugbies was like $200-300.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, all I can say, shout out, I mean, brother. No, none of us had jobs.
None of y'all had jobs.
It was all courtesy of our parents.
So that means all y'all had straight A's.
I mean, I can't speak for nobody else. I mean, I had pretty good grades. I can't speak for everybody. It was some brothers that wasn't going to class.
Just up there fresh.
Yeah, just fresh every day.
All right. So now we can. So now that you all understand the backdrop of our relationship, this brother's gonna be joining me on all the podcasts, having conversations not only on like fashionable things but music, just common sense and culture, right?
Yeah.
So
much.
You with your musical background, I want to ask you a question. In terms of MCs, Kendrick, J. Cole, or Drake? Because you understand like it's a whole like little situation right now, but like I want to know from your vantage point, because you are of the music industry, you're a music manager, right. So you're closer to it than I am.
Right.
What are your thoughts on the three of them? Who's one in your book, or can there be a one?
Are you talking about as far as the diss record or just like ranking?
No, I'm talking about just the ranking. If you had to rank all three of them, can you do it? Should anybody do it?
You know what? I hate rankings.
Why?
Because I feel like when you're ranking somebody, you're even indirectly you're discrediting the others. And I think everybody has something different to bring to the table.
Right.
And I think they're all great in their own right. So it's like the whole rankings and like this person's 1, 2, 3. To me, that you're not trying to discredit, but like indirectly you are discrediting.
You are discrediting.
So it's like I don't believe in rankings.
So people will ask me sometimes, like, which one of your clients that you dress do you like the most? And I feel like that the answer that you just gave, I say like, and I'm not calling any of my clients children, but I say like that question for me to answer that is like me choosing which one of my sons I
your
like more.
favorite, exactly.
Because like
Right.
they're both of me.
Absolutely.
And they're both great in their own
Right.
ways.
Great analogy. Yeah.
So you wouldn't rank them at all. You would just say they're all good.
I mean, if you wanna go into ranking them as like having who had the most commercial success, we can go down that road. You can rank him in that category.
Gotcha.
But as far as like who's the best, just overall MC, I don't like doing those rankings. But like, you know, if you want to talk about, you know, commercial success, I mean, nobody's reached the heights of Drake, or very few have reached those heights.
Do you think?
So
Go ahead.
no, so just go ahead.
Do you think him being mixed heritage has anything to do with the heights that he's reached? True, he is an incredible MC.
Yeah,
He is phenomenal.
yeah,
But he's also very mixed heritage.
yeah.
But so is J. Cole.
Yeah.
The only like 100% in terms of the LAPD African among those three is Kendrick.
Right.
Because J. Cole's is mixed heritage, as to is Drake.
You know, I never thought about that. I've
Do-
never thought
Do you
about
think that it has
in that
anything to
light.
do with his success?
Drake?
Yes.
Yes. Now that you bring that to me, yeah. I mean, because
How so?
Just, I mean, you know, just even outside of music, just in the world in general. You know, for a better example, like Caitlin Clark.
We're gonna get to Caitlyn in a minute.
Yes. But
Go
like,
ahead.
but I'm using her as example of if she would be doing the same thing and was black, I just don't necessarily know if she would be getting the same type of notoriety.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think just because she's white and doing Steph Curry-like things, it's just, you know, people look at it as incredible, and which it is incredible.
Right.
But I think that's why it's reached the heights that it has because
Because
she's
of
a
her.
young white girl doing those things.
Why? So if it was Cheryl Swoops pulling up from the hash, would nobody care?
I'm not gonna say nobody would care, but
They wouldn't care as to the degree.
It wouldn't be a phenomenon like it is with Caitlin Clark.
Well, you know what was interesting? The NCAA tournament, this is the perfect segue. There was a point in time, and I know you remember this, when the NCAA tournament, I knew all the cast.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
Jamal
man.
Mashburn,
Oh, say it, please.
Billy Owens,
Yes.
Stacey Augmon,
Yes, Stacey
Larry
Augmon,
Johnson,
Larry Johnson,
Christian Laettner,
Bob Hurley,
Grant Hill.
I mean, we can just keep naming them.
We can keep
you know?
So
yeah,
this year
Rip
specifically,
Hamilton.
Rip Hamilton, bruh.
Khalid, I mean, we can keep going on the names that did make the
Wow.
league.
How about Jimmy Jackson
Yes,
though?
Tony Delk, Kentucky.
Tony Delk.
We can keep going. I'm saying these were
Bro.
people that weren't even like stars in the league, but they were still prominent in NCAA.
Rashard McCants.
Rashad McCants.
Hey, bro.
That brother's he's doing podcasts.
I
now,
know
too.
he does, but
Yeah.
that brother is like, to me, like he had like the prototypical body
Yeah.
to just really just get off you.
Oh, yeah.
Like he had like a spirit like Rick Mahorn,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, in a guard's body.
but in a guard's body.
Absolutely,
So he
yeah.
gonna get to the cup. He gonna,
Oh yeah.
Bro.
And go give you one of these.
bro. You know
Yeah.
how Bron always do that?
Uh-huh.
Like Rashard was like that
Yeah,
guy.
he was like the hood version of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this year was the first year that I did not know a single person
Yeah.
in the NCAA.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Not a single one.
Yeah. Yes.
But before we get to that, Dawn Staley,
yeah.
incredible.
Incredible.
Like you said, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. I know all of these players.
Yeah. JuJu Watkins.
Shout to T Mills. Shout to JuJu Ballin.
Yeah,
bro.
ballin'.
But the thing is, when she plays, her play and the manner in which she handles herself is like exactly like a man handles himself.
Absolutely.
How she gets to that. How she gets to her mid range.
Yeah.
And how she just
Yeah.
let that thing go. And her pass, bro, she
Yeah.
is.
It's just incredible.
Listen, every time I watch her play, because she plays so poised.
Right. Yeah, she does.
So poised.
Yeah, she never looks out of control.
Ever.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on what took so long for the women to get their just due?
Honestly, I think it is a byproduct of the fact that there aren't any stars on the male side. So
Right.
all of the stars in the NCAA tournament this season have been on the female side.
Right.
So it kind of took the spotlight off, and this has been like this wasn't just this year for the men. It hasn't been stars in the in the NCAA tournament before. It's been a few years.
Right.
So, but everyone in those years that it hasn't been, there's always been stars on the ladies' side.
Right.
So I just think that shine and that spotlight has been slowly but surely shifting from the
Right.
male side to the female side.
Well, do you know that there was once upon a time March Madness was a term that was strictly reserved for the men's tournament
yes,
only.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
They wouldn't dare associate that
Yes,
to the
with
women.
women's side. Yes.
Now, so you bring up a very important point. The one and dones. It's not even one and dones no more. Some people aren't even going. I'm gonna go to OTE.
yeah.
I'm gonna go get an
Overtime elite,
internship
absolutely.
at New Balance.
Yeah.
My question to you is, do you think more college players would be more apt to go to the NCAAs if the schools started to pay them? Not NIL, the schools.
You mean above board paying them? Because it goes down.
I know. Yeah.
The brown paper bags is getting passed.
Don't fight that. Yes. Above board. Yes. Yeah.
That's a tough question because honestly,
Why? Why is that a tough question?
because I don't know if it matters anymore.
Because the portal?
Yeah, because I don't know if the portal and inside, and we'll get to the portal. I think that's probably the best thing that could ever happen to college athletes. It's amazing because they can become a free agents and move just like the coaches can move. So that's
Absolutely.
great. And we'll get to that.
Absolutely.
But as far as I honestly, I don't think that's a factor. I don't think it's a factor that the colleges can pay them because like they've always been getting paid from these colleges just under the table.
Yeah.
So
UCLA,
honestly,
Duke,
yes,
Syracuse,
all of them.
all of them, yeah.
Whether they admit it or not, I know it goes down.
Yeah.
So I don't think that matters. I just think the opportunity. I just think it depends on the individual. Like you have individuals that that based off their family's financial situation, they might have to go to an OT or something like that where they can continue to get paid and they can take care of their families.
Right.
And then you have other kids that come from different backgrounds where they can actually afford to go to college.
Right.
And and even if they get an NIL deal or not, it's still their families can support them while they're doing that.
Right.
And, and support them following their dreams, and then they can still do college a year or two, and then hopefully they're ready for the draft. So to me, you base that decision on your life situation, and that's to me. I think that's what a lot of these kids are doing.
But bro, everything is based on your life situation. Everything.
Yeah. Yes.
Bro.
Yes, it is. You're right.
Me living where I live, we purchased that house because a life situation is we could either purchase a house or continue to rent.
Right.
Anybody with an able mind knows if you have the ability to purchase, that is a life decision.
Absolutely. Yes.
So this is my other question to you. In reference to the women's basketball game versus men's, women, they have to stay a certain number of years.
Yes.
They can't just JuJu Watkins, as good as if she were on the men's side, she'd be going pro
right now. Absolutely. It wouldn't even be a question.
But she has to stay.
Yeah, I think it's a minimum of 3 years, I believe.
So that cements
just like the
them
NFL.
in like you used to have Derek Coleman, who stayed all those years. Christian Laettner stayed 4 years.
Yes.
Stacey Augmon stayed 3 years.
Larry Johnson. Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
So do you think that has anything to do with, the way the men's game? Because I'm telling you, bro, the men's tournament was, in my opinion, it was just very weak.
Yeah, it was very weak and very predictable. Like, I follow it, so I knew going in UConn was going to win.
You knew that.
Oh yeah, they've been the best team all year. I still keep up with college basketball, and they've been the best team all year. They repeated, and they won last year. Like I said, they repeated and won again this year. But they've been the best team all year long, even though they didn't go undefeated. And that was just just like you're bored. You have lapses. They're still kids, so they're gonna fall off and not listen. But they have been the best team in college basketball for the last 2 years by far.
By far.
Wow. By far. I think this is probably the first time that I knew who was going to win the championship going into the tournament since, I would say, UNLV when they won the championship in, was that 91 or 99, the first one?
Well, they should have won both of them.
Yeah, they should have won both of them.
Because that second year was...
Yeah, right, exactly. So
okay,
that first year, that was the first time that, that since then that I knew who was going to win. It wasn't even close. They actually broke a record. Their margin of victory was like 12 points or more in every game they played.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So it was like going in. If anybody who followed college basketball, you knew if you wanted to pick UConn or the field, you'd be a fool to pick the field because but nobody was beating UConn this year.
No one.
No one. No one was even close to them. Running through people.
Wow. So speaking of the portal, you play sports.
Yep.
Brother's an avid tennis player, by the way.
Yeah, I wish I still played, but yeah, I was.
Not football, not rugby, tennis.
Brother playing tennis
You know
on a high level.
But at JSU though.
At JSU though, shout out JSU, I love.
Bruh. All right, so there was a point in time, because you have these players on every team, where the coach and this player just don't get along.
Right. Yeah, those situations definitely happen.
That happens all the time.
All the time, yeah.
And it's no fault of either one. But sometimes it's the coach who would just be like, I just don't like you.
Right.
And since I don't like you, I'm going to tell you to do extra shit. And if you don't do it, I'm going to spread rumors on you. I'm going to ruin your career. This is where I think the portal levels the playing field to where players can be like, nigga, fuck you.
Exactly, right. Yeah, just like you can leave if you get something else, I can leave too.
Now, how does that strengthen the game, though?
It doesn't strengthen the game. Overall, I think certain schools that have and getting back to UConn, that's kind of how they strengthen their team the second year is through the portal. They still had because they graduated or all their top 5 players from last year's championship. This is a brand new team that won the championship this year. Yes.
So, all right. So the 5 starters, were they all from the portal, or were they like
from this year?
From this year?
No, they weren't all from the portal. It was a few from the portal, and there's some other ones that were on the bench that that stepped up.
Wow.
But there wasn't the same starting 5 from last season to this season. Almost a completely different team.
So it's just like
with South Carolina. Just like South Carolina, exactly.
Okay, so this is my question for you in reference to the portal, because I read something that Nick Sabin said about the reason why he is stepping away.
Right.
And I took offense to it.
Okay.
I had a conversation with you.
Yeah.
You were like, I take offense, but I understand though.
Yes. Yeah, let's repeat that question to the viewers so they can know.
So go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So he said that he was retiring because the care and love for the game has been tarnished.
Right.
And it's been tarnished by the families. And so now it's like, I see the exit. It's time to slow this bus down and drop me off.
Right.
So I was like, but hold on. You are the highest paid employee in the state.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've amassed your fortune off the backs of brothers as dark, if not darker than us.
Absolutely.
So I feel that he should have put a little more respect on our names.
Right.
But I also want to be respectful to him because he's the incredible coach, indelible career, blah, blah, blah. But I just took offense with that. But you did not take offense.
No,
why not?
No. And I don't want to make it a racial thing because I don't think it was a racial thing. The reason I didn't take offense to it was because when you look at the college football landscape, NIL has changed everything because all these students are making decisions based off money rather than
what can
based
you do
off
for me?
rather than based off of best opportunity for them to get to the next level. And prior to this, if you decide to come to a school like Alabama, they're basically a factory for the NFL.
And you don't think that players at Alabama was getting paid?
Oh yeah, they were absolutely getting paid. Like we talked about, on the table, they was getting in brown paper bags.
Okay,
no,
go ahead.
I'm not saying that they weren't.
Okay, go
but
ahead.
I'm saying, but all of them weren't, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. And now, above board, you can offer a booster or whatnot, or somebody in that that's related or associated with that particular university can offer an NIL deal to a particular prospective student, and that could deter them from going to an Alabama as opposed to going to some other college just because they had their offer was higher.
Okay.
Which, I get on both sides.
But that's fair market value, Darius.
It is fair market value, but I get it on both sides. And that's a slippery slope because you could go and get the money from Alabama and still not play, or still not get that best that opportunity to go to the next level. And to me, if you're able to do both, that's the best of both worlds. But you shouldn't solely base your decision off of, okay, who's offering me the biggest
I agree
NIL
with that.
deal.
I agree with that. But
Like if Bowling Green is offering you $4 million, and I'm not trying to throw Bowling Green under the bus either. I'm just saying, just use y'all as example.
Right.
And Alabama offers you $2 million. I'm going to Alabama because they got that factory to go to the NFL.
True.
Let's see now if you got, say, like a Clemson offer you $3 million and Alabama offer you $1 million, I would understand you going to Clemson because they they got that same pipeline to the NFL, and that's what I meant from that.
Right. We can agree to disagree on this.
Okay. All
right. So Brony James, has not only committed to the NBA draft,
right?
He's in the portal. Mm-hmm. I mean, like everything that was available to him, he was like, "I'm taking it all."
Yeah.
Do you
he's
feel
the highest NIL? He's the highest paid NIL college athlete.
I mean, well, LeBron James is his father.
Absolutely, yeah.
So my question to you is, do you feel that he should go to the draft, or do you feel that he should stay and develop his game?
In my personal opinion, I think he should stay. The brother didn't even average 10 points a game.
He averaged like 5 points.
I just think he could use not that he couldn't do the same thing in the NBA, develop and just 100% work on your craft all day, every day, and that's what your focus is.
Yeah.
But I just think outside of the league, if he just stayed in college and did that same thing, one, he would grow and develop as a man.
Correct.
Not his game, just as a man.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that when you're in the league, and I know his dad would help him out, but it's hard to do that when you're in the league where databases where you have to be on point. Like, nope, there is nobody holding your hand. And when you make a mistake, it's a huge
world season.
Spotlight on, especially for him. I mean,
specifically for him.
So he if he makes a mistake, which he's human and
he will.
But you know what? And that's okay.
Exactly.
He's human.
Correct.
He should make mistakes.
Correct.
That's how you learn and you grow.
Correct.
But he should do that stuff in college, where he's able to just where where the light is not as bright.
Well, one, I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
My question is, Bron wants to play with his son.
Yeah.
How many years is he actually gonna play with his son? It's like when Terry Cummings played with his son.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
He's not gonna play with him that long. So it's gonna come a point where it's like, all right, now Cameron says this all the time. You on your own, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna come a point. To your point, if you stay in school, you develop that camaraderie with your teammates. Y'all are all the same age, so you're all doing things in unison, whether it's good shit or dumb shit. Y'all all doing it in unison.
Right. And that's where you make mistakes.
Exactly.
You make those mistakes and you learn from them, and
Exactly.
you take that life experience to the next level, and then you flourish.
But this is my point. I feel like it's a business decision for him to go to the league right now because he's gonna get drafted because his father is like, wherever he goes, I'm gonna go there and play.
Okay.
So it's to me, I feel it's a business decision, and I feel that is what's really taking like the fun out of it. Because truth be told, Bryce is fire, bro.
Oh yeah. Bryce is absolutely a better prospect, and he has that more NBA prototypical body as well. Yeah,
and I'm not throwing no shade to Bronny.
Bronny, for sure.
I mean, shit, I dressed him. I mean, like, I dressed LeBron too, but Bryce is a baller,
but
bro.
You know what? The mama, Savannah, shout out Savannah, she said it. She said Bryce is the one, though.
I know that.
So this is not a secret.
So you feel he's going? Do you feel he'll be drafted?
I mean, he's going to be drafted because he's Brony James. But do I think he should go? No, I don't think he should go. But he's going to get drafted. And I would be surprised if the Lakers drafted him.
Oh, yeah. That would be that be in their interest to do that.
Right.
Because if not, he's going to go wherever his son goes.
Right. He's going to be a second-round pick. And majority of the time, second-round picks are all gambles. It's like, you pick somebody if they work out amazing, and they don't. You didn't really make a huge investment, so it's really not. It's a win-win. So,
you know what I thought about, and this is where the GM from the couch though comes in. What if Brony is drafted by the San Antonio Spurs? And Bron says, you know what? I'm going to go over there.
Uh-huh.
We're also going to get ourselves a point guard. And we got it popping in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that could happen?
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Would you welcome that if that happened? Because keep in mind, San Antonio's on the West, so they will be competing with the Lakers.
I mean, full disclosure, I'm a Laker fan, so no. I don't want it to happen.
At all.
But can it happen? Absolutely. Do I think it'll happen? No. I don't think it'll happen, but it can happen.
I want to thank Darius for being here with me. I want to thank you all for tuning in. The Mesurables has returned triumphantly. I'm so glad you're here. The Mesurables, shot by CaliiVision. Instagram @The Mesurables. Full episodes available on YouTube. If you love the content, please subscribe. As I say it every show, be kind to yourself. You're always listening. Darius, do you have anything to say?
I'm just happy to be on this platform, and I'm excited for the future and excited to see, where this journey is going to take us, and I'm ready for the ride.
Amen. Peace. The Mesurables.